All right, welcome to our briefing on Malaysia's economy. If you're an investor trying to find your footing in this pretty complex global market, you're in the right spot. We're going to cut right to the chase. I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? Where on earth can you find both stability and growth right now? It's tough out there, for sure. But some markets really do have that compelling mix of resilience and forward momentum. And today, we're going to look squarely at one of them. Okay, so first things first, let's get the lay of the land. What is Malaysia's economy all about? Well, the best way to think about it is as a really dynamic market that's super focused on the world stage, deeply plugged into the whole global trade ecosystem. So just to give you a sense of scale, we're talking about a gross domestic product of about 1.93 trillion ringgit. That's their local currency. It's a powerful number, and it really anchors everything else we're about to talk about. But, a big number is just a number. What's really key is what's inside it. And Malaysia's economy is incredibly diverse. You've got services making up almost 60%, a really strong manufacturing sector at 23%. For an investor, that's music to your ears. It's like a built-in safety net because the country isn't putting all its eggs in one basket. And this quote, wow, it just drives the point home. With exports making up over 60% of its GDP, Malaysia isn't just playing in the global trade game, it's a major hub. This creates huge opportunities for any business that's part of an international supply chain. Look, a stable base is fantastic, but we're all here for the growth, right? That brings us to the real engine room. The latest data isn't just positive, it shows things are actually speeding up. And here is the number that should really get your attention. In the third quarter of 2025, the economy grew by a very, very strong 5.2% year on year. In today's global climate, that's a seriously powerful signal of good health. And here's the kicker. This isn't just some one-off good quarter. That 5.2% is an acceleration from 4.4% in the quarter before. See that upward trend? It's getting faster. That's exactly the kind of velocity investors are looking for. So the big question is, can they keep it up? Well, all signs point to yes. This isn't just a temporary spike. The forecast for the whole year is for sustained growth, somewhere in that 4.0 to 4.8% range. It shows real confidence that the fundamentals are solid. Okay, so we've got a diverse economy and accelerating growth. But what's holding it all together? Well, that's what we call the macroeconomic bedrock. It's the solid foundation that makes any kind of long-term planning even possible. First up, a big one, inflation. At around 1.3%, it's pretty modest and seems well under control. What this means for you is that the economy is being managed well, and price stability helps protect your returns from getting eaten away. Next up, unemployment. We're looking at a rate of roughly 3%, which is quite low. This tells you the labor market is healthy, people are working, and the social fabric is stable. All things you absolutely want for a predictable business environment. So when you put those three things together, steady growth, low inflation, and low unemployment, that's the magic formula. That's what we mean when we talk about macroeconomic stability. It's this combination that creates a reliable environment where businesses can actually invest with confidence. So the why is clear, right? Stability and growth. Now, let's get to the where. Where's the action happening? Where is the smart capital flowing? Every strong economy has its heavy hitters. For Malaysia, you're looking at these giants. The electrical and electronic sector is a huge global player. And then you have these other powerful industries like chemicals, palm oil, and petroleum products. These are the established workhorses of the economy. But that's just the traditional stuff. The really exciting part is what's coming next. The focus is shifting to high-value sectors, things like digital services and advanced manufacturing. This is where a lot of the new investment is going, and it's shaping the future. And look, don't just take my word for it. The proof is in the pudding. The data for 2025 shows a big uptick in foreign direct investment. That's the market talking. International investors are seeing what we're seeing, and they are voting with their capital. Okay, let's pull all these numbers and trends together. What's the big so what? Why does any of this matter for you and your portfolio? Let's start with this number, the GDP per capita. At almost 12,000 US dollars, Malaysia is solidly an upper middle income economy. What that means for an investor is pretty simple. A growing domestic market with more and more people who have money to spend. So, if you're going to remember just 4 things from this briefing, make it these 4. 1. Resilient, accelerating growth. 2. Solid macroeconomic stability. 3. A diverse industrial base that lowers risk. And 4. Strong investment from overseas, confirming the outlook. The key takeaway here is to think about Malaysia not just as a destination, but as a launch pad. Its stability and its connections make it the perfect base camp for tapping into the entire high-growth Southeast Asian region. Which, of course, brings us to the final million-dollar question. We've laid out the stable foundation, the growth, the whole big picture. The real challenge now is figuring out where your business, where your portfolio can plug in and thrive. And honestly, answering that question, that takes more than a high-level briefing. It requires deep local knowledge. It often means partnering with a consultant on the ground who can help you navigate the specifics and really understand the landscape. And that's exactly where a firm like Humanology comes in. They provide that expert guidance, connecting the dots between opportunity and strategy, because, as their tagline says, we know who, we know how. Thanks for joining this briefing.